LCAC1.
Go ahead.
Roger, sir. I'm prepared to provide you an brief on the divergence issue.
Roger, proceed.
Roger, we did report on this earlier, sir, and it's certainly an influence from the wind, and the recommendation from the team is to implement a manual monitor by executing option 903 with the following argument: IMS underscore CH underscore divergence. This is supported by RJS 1958. The nav Tiger will continue to monitor this through the remainder of the count. As a result of this option, the flight control operator will continue to receive divergent OTCs. However, once we enter into terminal count, he will not clear those, so he'll obviously have a yellow state for that particular option. It will have no impact on 910 or the remainder of the count. So recommendation is to implement this and proceed.
Roger. Concurrent launch director.
LD concurs.
NLM.
NLM concurs.
Roger. Flight control LC.
Flight control 1.
Roger. You're prepared to execute option 903, IMS underscore CH underscore divergence.
Roger, ready.
Roger, proceed.
Roger. And LT Flight Control 1.
Go ahead.
The IMS channel divergence loop test has been manually enabled.
Roger.
This is Atlas Launch Control, T-minus 4 minutes and holding. Right now, the time that we're going to be targeting for launch is 10:56. And going for the second half of the launch window, if we need to extend further, up until 11:26. And the range, Eastern Range, will go out and make sure that they can completely assure that the launch danger area is clear of any boats or aircraft for that second half hour of the 1 hour launch window. So at this time, our Atlas V is fully fueled with liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, and RP1. And our launch time is targeted for no earlier than 10:56. Once the Atlas V lifts off, our tracking will come initially from the Air Force TEL 4 tracking station at Kennedy Space Center. They'll track through 8 minutes and 53 seconds. Also, the tracking station at Ponce de Leon Inlet will pick up 73 seconds after liftoff and track through 9 minutes and 5 seconds. And then our critical Antigua tracking station acquires prior to loss of signal by either of our land-based stations here on the Florida East Coast. Antigua acquires 6 minutes 21 seconds into the flight and then loses signal at 13 minutes 26 seconds. Just prior to that, at 13 minutes 23 seconds, is when we will be tracking through the tracking data and relay satellite system. So the completion of our initial burn will be coming through TDRS. And when we get to spacecraft separation, which occurs at 1 hour, 48 minutes, 46 seconds after launch, we'll be getting data through TDRS and from the ground-based tracking stations at Guam and Hawaii. Once the Centaur cuts off after its first burn, which is 15 minutes, 16 seconds into flight, there will then be a very long coast phase of almost an hour and a half. Actually, the exact time of the coast is 87 minutes and 24 seconds. And then we'll come back up for the second burn of the Centaur and spacecraft separation. With no issues in work other than watching the wind, we're at T-minus 4 minutes and holding, targeting a launch no earlier than 10:56. At T-minus 4 minutes and holding, this is Atlas Launch Control.
Comma 1.
Extend the hold 10 minutes.
Roger, sir, and work.